is the White Raven. Some prisoners were locked away because death couldn't hold them. There are prisons that hold criminals, and there are prisons built to hold something far worse. If you ever find a cell door standing open in an abandoned prison, don't close it, because whatever escaped may still be nearby. Hidden in the mountains stood Blackstone Penitentiary, built in 1908, abandoned in 1981 after a violent riot left dozens of inmates and guards dead. The official report blamed the prisoners. The surviving guards told another story. They claimed the prison itself had awakened. Paranormal investigator Jack Turner had spent years exposing haunted locations. Ghosts didn't scare him, people did. Accompanying him were criminologist Dr. Emily Ross, former correctional officer Marcus Doyle, and cameraman Ben Carter. Marcus had worked at Blackstone years before it closed. He had one rule: if you hear the prison count, don't answer. The front gate stood wide open. The chains lay broken on the ground. Rust covered every bar. Yet the prison smelled strangely clean, as though someone still maintained it. Jack checked his watch. 8 o'clock p.m. A deafening prison siren echoed through the valley. Steel cell doors slammed shut, one after another. Clang, clang, clang. The sound rolled through the empty prison like thunder. A loudspeaker crackled overhead. Evening count begins now. Marcus whispered, "It's starting." They entered cell block 9. Every cell was empty until Ben looked through his camera. Inside each locked cell, someone was standing perfectly still, watching. When he lowered the camera, the cells were empty again. A rusted key slowly slid across the concrete floor. Its handle bore the familiar symbol, the eye. Emily picked it up. The key was warm, freshly forged. Footsteps echoed from the upper walkway. Heavy boots, measured. A prison guard appeared. His uniform was immaculate, his face hidden beneath the shadow of his cap. He carried an old-fashioned lantern instead of a flashlight. Without looking at them, he said, "Lock up is in 5 minutes." Jack stepped forward. "We are not inmates." The guard stopped, slowly turned his head. His face was nothing but darkness behind the cap. Only two glowing red eyes remained. The cell doors burst open. Dozens of prisoners emerged. Their, their striped uniforms were torn. Heavy chains dragged behind them. Each wore an iron collar engraved with the eye. None attacked. They simply walked toward the center of the prison. The investigators followed. At the heart of cell block 9 stood the execution chamber. The electric chair remained untouched, as if waiting for its next prisoner. A prison ledger rested nearby. Every page listed names of former inmates. The final page was blank. Then, new names appeared: Jack Turner, Emily Rose, Marcus Doyle, Ben Carter. Sentence: eternal containment. The lights flickered. The electric chair hummed to life. Without electricity, the mysterious guard entered the chamber. He removed his cap. His face shifted endlessly. The teacher, the doctor, the hotel manager, the factory foreman, the lighthouse keeper, the priest, the director, every servant of the Black Door. I am the garden. He smiled. This prison was never built to keep people inside. It was built to keep the door closed. The concrete floor split apart. Far below, the black door stood. Only one massive chain remained. It glowed white hot, straining, cracking. The imprisoned spirits gathered around it, not to escape, to hold it shut, their chains wrapped around the final lock. Every ghost strained with all their strength. Jack finally understood. The prisoners weren't the monsters, they were the guards. The garden laughed. They've grown tired. The last chain snapped. A deafening roar shook the prison. The black door swung open, only for a second, but it was enough. A wave of living darkness poured through the opening. It swallowed the garden whole. Then the door slammed shut again. The prison began collapsing. The ghost prisoners held the darkness back long enough for Jack and the others to escape. As they reached the gate, every spirit saluted them. One final act of duty. The prison crumbled into the mountainside. Only the guard tower remained standing. Weeks later, Marcus received an old prison key in the mail. Attached to it was a tag: Cell 10. There had never been a Cell 10. On the back, one sentence was engraved: the final lock has failed. Deep beneath the ruins, the black door stands completely open. The eye no longer blinks. It stares, unmoving, endless. From the darkness beyond, footsteps echo, slow, heavy, approaching. A towering silhouette begins walking toward the doorway. It stops just before crossing into our world. A deep voice speaks. Prepare them. The camera returns to every abandoned place from the season. School bell rings. The hospital intercom crackles. The hotel reception bell chimes. The factory whistle screams. The mine echoes with pickaxes. The lighthouse beam pierces the night. The church bell tolls. The theater curtains rises. Then every sound stops at once. Across the darkness, 8 glowing eyes appear, one by one. An ancient stone doorway hidden deep beneath the earth. A whisper echoes from beyond it. Bring them. Well, finally, the black door opened. The eye stares, and we'll find out what awaits there. Thank you for listening. This was the White Raven. If you like the story, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like and notification buttons, share it with someone who think might also enjoy it, leave a comment, and if you have a story and you would like it narrated here, send it to thewhiteravenstories at gmail.com. This was the White Raven. Till next time.